Naked. That is what you are going to want to be after you hear some of the things that I tell you today. The reality of the global fashion industry is heartbreaking. You may not know it, but nowadays you can barely walk into a store and buy an item of clothing that does not have pesticides and chemicals in the fabrics, did not take hundreds or thousands of gallons of water to make, or was made by a child in a sweatshop. Let's say you're wearing a cotton H&M shirt and Gap jeans. The shirt took about 700 gallons of water to make, and the jeans, 2,500 gallons. Add this up, it comes to 3,200 gallons of water. This is equivalent of over 6 hot tubs. Not to mention that both of those brands have been known to have their clothing items made in harmful sweatshops or child labor factories. There are still 168 million children doing intensive labor. And 85 million of those children work in hazardous and dangerous conditions. So, those clothing items have dyes in them. In the dyeing process, the chemicals that are used to make the colors are so toxic that they cause cancer. They are flammable, deadly poisonous, and some are explosive. The leftovers of the chemicals, pesticides, and colors are dumped into a river as runoff. This is all done to make the best and brightest colors that just won't wash out. Did you know that there are pesticides in your clothes? Pesticides are the things that we go out of our way to avoid. Buy a different food brand that is organic, made in a healthy farm, etc. But we are more exposed to it than we think. Cotton fields are sprayed with pesticides. Pesticides are used to make our clothes. The fabric is right in contact with our skin. So let's just say that you could be soaking up a chemical that is used to kill insects. Why is it that something so simple has such a huge negative impact on the environment? When I was in Venice, Italy, I looked around at the beautiful culture and architecture, canals and museums. But there was one thing that did not fit in, and those were the counterfeit handbags that were sold everywhere. They covered the streets. They filled the tables, the carts, the blankets. And you would see the vendors running away so fast when they saw the police. And I bought one, completely unaware of where those bags really come from. Have you ever seen or bought one of these bags? I would not be surprised if you have, because they are not just in Europe. They're here in Asia as well. I was driving through Kuta recently, and I watched as the shops just overflowed with counterfeit handbags. I look at them in a whole new way, a way of disgust and anger. A child loses their innocence when they are not allowed to go and play because they are chained up to a rusty sewing machine in a rundown factory. Would you want your children or future children going through this? Would you yourself want to go through this? After hearing the harmful steps that lead up to something that people take complete advantage of, it makes you question, is there a solution? And there is. First, don't buy those bags. Pretty self-explanatory. If you purchase a bag like that, you are creating a need and a demand to make more. But there are other places to get them. Not only are there clothing brands such as Patagonia and Reformation, and handbag brands such as the Jade Tribe and Freedom of the Animals. They are made in healthier and safer environments, sometimes use better dyes and better materials. They're being conscious of the environment through fashion, and that is what I have done. We all carry around some sort of bag, but we don't always know where it was made. These are the bags that I have created. They're here. Okay. The bags are made with handmade fabric by women in Lombok, and then this one is canvas as well. But This is recycled denim. This is recycled denim. And on these ones, there's an inside pocket made out of a jean pocket. And you could say that I used every part of the jean that I could, down to the button, literally. Okay. The bags were handmade here in Bali. I wanted to make them in a healthy and sustainable environment because the bags, the motive of the bags was to make them in the most sustainable way. The bags are called Phoenix Rising. The phoenix is a mythological bird of rebirth. I would like to thank my parents, because I could not have done this without them, the incredible people who made the bags, and the amazing woman who made the fabrics. I wanted to make something that helped the environment, but was a practical resource for our everyday life. So why not a bag? Something that everybody can have and everybody can see. It is basically a walking advertisement. Okay, so I think the rest of the speech. And we all know that advertisements and We all know that advertisements and trends creates a desire to have something that will make you more attractive and presentable. People will buy anything that their favorite celebrity is selling, and I mean anything. When Leonardo DiCaprio made his Oscar acceptance speech to the audience and the 700 million people watching at home, he spoke about climate change and the effects that he saw personally of the damage that has been done. If exposure like this happened every day, we would be seeing such a positive impact around the world from everybody. We need more people talking about the planet's problems today. Everybody is saying, don't do this, don't do that, but the fact is, we are the problem. We go and create these horrible products and issues that people are trying to fix. But without knowing it, we go and destroy the beautiful natural resources of the earth that we so carelessly take for granted. It is necessary that we protect our environment and savor the resources that we are given. And we can do this in our everyday life. We can wear clothes that we feel amazing about. We can hold a bag that we love. I'm talking to every single child, every single teenager, and every single adult. Make the simple change with the things you say, the clothes you wear, the bag you hold. So every time you see a counterfeit handbag or a toxic brand, think to yourself, do you feel good about where that bag came from? Do you even want to know where it was made? I want to inspire you to create beautiful things that will benefit everyone around you and the earth all at the same time. So be creative. Make a change, whether you're helping a child reach something off a shelf or making a speech in front of thousands of people. Make a positive difference that you can say you are proud of. I know I can say I am proud of what I have created. Thank you.